watching East Tennessee weather. Weather when you want it.
And happy Sunday, everybody. Sure hope you have had a good weekend so far. Here's the deal. I wanted to kind of jump on here. I had a lot of comments and folks talking about, hey, listen, why don't you do that at 7 o'clock on Sunday morning? We're trying to get off to church. We want to know the forecast for the day today. So here we go. We're going to pick the timeline up here. It is currently 7:03. And it's a quiet and chilly and cloudy start to the day, although I do think the clouds will kind of burn off a little bit before we see the clouds fill back in throughout the day today. So anybody heading off to church, grab the jackets. I'd say grab the rain gear here today, but likely not to really need the rain gear per se. It's more of a nuisance really than anything else here this morning. We'll start you off in Hardin Valley at this hour. And a nice cloudy start to the day in Hardin Valley. You can see the clouds hanging out with us here this morning. We've got a cold front on the way, and that cold front's going to spill in some scattered light rain showers throughout the afternoon. From the East Tennessee Weather Center, we do have the overcast and gray skies showing up in that location as well. Another location in West Knoxville shows the cloudier skies at this hour. Near downtown, at one of the marinas in downtown Knoxville, overcast and gray skies. So again, those clouds are all across all of East Tennessee here this morning, but a little peak of sunshine. How about that view from the Maryville community looking off towards the Smoky Mountains? Is that not a gorgeous sunshine, little sliver of sunshine, I should say, here this morning? And let's see. Buck says, turn up my audio. Oh, Buck, you're totally right. All right, there we go. My audio should be back up and running. See, Buck, that's why I probably need you here. I need you to run my audio, run my cameras for me. Now you can hear me. All right. So a nice view from our Maryville camera here this morning. And we'll take you to Gatlinburg and show you a little bit of sliver of sunshine, but the overcast and gray skies over into Gatlinburg here this morning. This is from the Gatlinburg Brewery looking off towards the mountains. And again, a nice little view from there. So we'll go back to Maryville and see how I said the clouds were in the valley location. So, but you go over to the higher elevations and the clouds are, thinning out a little bit. So a nice, quiet and sunnier start to the day. Again, I do anticipate some sunshine early on. So I'd say grab the sunglasses as you're heading off to church or off to the shopping centers here this morning because I do anticipate some sunshine early on, but the clouds will be on the increase as we head through the day today. I know many of you are like, well, we have clouds out there this morning. Well, we do, but I do anticipate some of these to maybe break up a little bit before they really start to fill in as the cold front approaches the area. And so this cold front's going to spill in some scattered light rain showers here this morning. So, Buck, thanks so much for that. I appreciate the comments and let me know that my audio was a little bit on the lower side. All right, well, to also take you, I want to see if we can get it out. We have one more camera. I guess we don't have another camera. Anyways, we sure hope you're having a great day. Everybody have a good Thanksgiving, a good weekend so far. Anybody doing some shopping out there? How are the crowds? How are the malls? How are the shopping centers? Is everybody being nice and genuine and kind to each other? Or is it a mad rush to get what we want when we want it, right? Weather when you want it. That's what I got. All right, here we go. Satellite and radar. It's showing the clouds hanging out with us here this morning. The clouds. It's hard to see when you see certain views of the satellite view because it shows also temperatures. And so when you have some colder air in place, i.e. this morning, it's basically the same temperature as the clouds, and so it doesn't really show up a whole lot. But what I will tell you is that we have the low-grade clouds in the valley locations, and this is telling us the story. Doesn't necessarily mean that we have fog per se, but low clouds and fog is what this map tells you. Could have some fog developing up and down the I-81 corridor, 75, 11E, 25W, down I-75 through Chattanooga, if anybody has any travel plans there. And let's see, temperature-wise, well, it's colder up near the Tri-Cities area with temperatures of 29 now in Rogersville. Greenville, not bad at 36. Tri-Cities is at 30. You come down the I-75 corridor, we've got temps in the 40s, even Chattanooga coming in at 50 right now, so a nice quiet start to the day there. Temperatures are actually, believe it or not, thanks to some cloud coverage during the overnight hours. Remember, it acts like a nice little blanket, and it keeps us on the warmer side. Well, it's not warm per se, but it's warmer than what we were yesterday at this hour. 9 degrees colder in Tri-Cities, but 15 degrees warmer in the Whitwell community and 9 degrees warmer in Chattanooga. So have you set up your holiday decorations, your Christmas decorations? Do you typically make that a thing after Thanksgiving? We've not done ours yet, I will just say. We've had family in town, so we haven't wanted to pull out all the boxes yet. I would imagine that maybe today we will set up our Christmas decorations for the season. I mean, listen, we're less than a month away from Christmas. Time to set those up so you actually get to enjoy it a little bit. But temperatures here today, again, probably better off to get those decorating started this morning. I don't think it's going to be a washout by any stretch of the imagination. So while you may have to take a break from the outdoors to go inside to decorate on the inside, it's still going to be a nice day. You'll need the jackets for sure, the gloves, the hats, because it will be on the chillier side. But remember, some scattered light rain showers are in the forecast. So let's walk you through that future cast. Pick up our timeline this morning at 7 o'clock. You can see the clouds in place across the valley. Clouds will continue to fill in as we get into the lunch hour. Most of the rain will likely be after the lunch hour. And when I say most, I mean most of the sprinkles, most of the light rain. Again, more of a nuisance today than anything else. And I say that just due to the fact that it's just not going to do much in the way of any sort of drought busting. So that's why I say it's going to be more of a nuisance. Windshield wipers every once in a while, but that's it. Anybody ready for the colder air? It's not here today, but it arrives behind the cold front tomorrow. So high temperatures this afternoon, increasing clouds, light rain, and we'll be in the low to mid 50s, which is a little bit below average. Average highs are in the upper 50s for this time of the year. Evening forecast, not bad. Chance of maybe some scattered light rain showers. We're in the 40s and 50s. So temperature-wise this evening should be pretty mild. So we'll go about a 50% chance of rain today. Remember, when we talk percentages, just to keep you in check, that doesn't tell the whole story, right? So that doesn't tell you intensity, duration, timing, how much we'll see. It just tells you that you have a pretty good shot of maybe seeing some sort of precipitation. And I think that's going to be the story. Now, as we get into next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, next weekend, I should say, I think we'll have a better chance for more rain as we get a little bit of it's being advertised right now. It's southern stream that's going to pump in some moisture. So we'll see how it all plays out. In the short term, if anybody's traveling around the region, we've got snow up across the Great Lakes, Chicago into Michigan. Rain showers up 75 from Lexington through Cincinnati, Columbus, Indianapolis throughout the first part of our day. The second part into the overnight hours, and tomorrow the rain comes to an end. But that northwest flow takes shape, and that may ring out a couple of light snow showers across the highest peaks of the Smokies. So we get that funnel effect, low pressure to the Great Lakes, high pressure to our west and southwest. And with clockwise rotation around high, counterclockwise rotation around low, that's going to funnel in that chillier air. And so that's what's going to be dropping our temperatures as we get into our Monday, Tuesday. So here's your Knoxville 7-day forecast. We'll go 53 today. It's going to be quiet and dry. We'll start off with the cloudier skies on Monday. We'll end the day with plenty of sunshine, but it's not going to warm up much. We're only at 45 after a morning low of 35. So we only warm 10 degrees throughout the day on Monday. But Tuesday, we start off at 27 and we warm to 44. So a hard freeze Tuesday and Wednesday morning. Low temperatures gradually warm by the end of the week. High temperatures gradually warm by the end of the week as well. And so we'll see improving weather conditions all week long with warming temperatures. And then those temperatures will, then that chance of rain increases Friday and Saturday. Don't mind the channel. I'm melting. Sometimes that happens when I get all this data starting to be pumped through the pipeline and it's trying to update. So I apologize for the melting there on the screen. But there we go. It's back. The data has been sent and it is back in full force. So anyways, good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. What's everyone been doing? Let's see. Just talking to Buck here this morning. We've got Becky on here, so thanks for joining us. Did you guys happen to see the post I posted yesterday for the merch? I posted a post yesterday talking about Small Business Saturday. Yesterday was Small Business Saturday, trying to help out the small businesses here in town. I know it's hard. It's hard to not just go to Amazon or go to the big box stores, right? Because it's so fast and so convenient and so easy. But the problem is you get what everyone else has, right? The cool thing about I think about shopping local and shopping with some of these small businesses is the fact that you get to support our community and the hard working men and women that start these small businesses. But most of the times it's a lot more unique gifts. Like if you're looking for a unique gift, there are gifts for Christmas or anything. There are so many unique places here in town that you can get some unique gifts that you wouldn't get anywhere else. So something to keep in mind. But anyways, I dropped my merch yesterday. So check that out on my post. Hit me up, Mike at easttnweather.com. I posted colors and of the hats and shirts yesterday. And if you are looking for a cool hat or a t-shirt, just hit me up, Mike at easttnweather.com. In the subject line, type in merch. so it doesn't get confused with all the other emails that are coming through, and I can conveniently list those and find those so I can ship those out. So I will start shipping those out tomorrow. I had several orders yesterday. I will send you an invoice, and we'll have I hope. And thanks for purchasing, really, to be honest with you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. All right, so good morning from the Biltmore. Becky's in the Biltmore this morning. So it's funny that you bring that up, Becky, because my wife and I have had the conversation before. I have never been to the Biltmore. Part of the reason why is I've never really wanted to spend like $80, $90 per person just to go tour somebody's mansion. Not really my cup of tea. Asheville's amazing, and there are plenty of things in Asheville that I do love to do. But the Biltmore is not one. I know it is gorgeous, and I know this time of the year it is supposed to be absolutely amazing. So enjoy your time at the Biltmore and in the Asheville area. Let's see. Buck said he stayed home and did cyber. You're going to do Cyber Monday, are you? Are you going to do some Cyber Monday? Does everybody have a lot of presents to buy this year? Let's see. Buck said it's at City Hills Church, right, Buck? I think he said City Hills. He's been running cameras and stuff for years and years and years. Been a member for almost 4 years, I think, is at City Hills. Let's see. We're trying to decide if we're actually doing church today. If we're gonna listen. My mother-in-law, father-in-law are leaving tomorrow. Big church guys. My father-in-law worked for a company called Citygate. He was a camp director, a church camp director at a big camp in New Jersey called Camp Halawasa for years and years and years and years. They've traveled the country as missionaries for years as well. My brother-in-law is a missionary, was a missionary in Sweden, and now I'm running a camp down in Texas, a big old camp in Texas. So good stuff there. So we'll see if we go to church this morning. I'm not quite sure yet. All right. Would love to have some snow in the mountains. Yeah, I think we'll get a little bit. I don't think we're going to get a whole lot. Just maybe a light dusting up to maybe an inch or so across the highest peaks of the Smokies. So thank you, Becky. I appreciate it. She says, good looking merch. The hats are cool. I think the hats are cool. The all black hat is my favorite. Let's see. Jane worked all weekend. Ready for a hike today? It's going to be a good day for a hike. Again, maybe a couple light showers, maybe a couple sprinkles, but at least the trails are not muddy and wet at this hour. Let's see. We've got Frank on here this morning. Ashley says, what? Wow, what? It's beautiful. She's talking about the Biltmore, by the way. She said, my husband took me to Biltmore for our first date. The Biltmore is spectacular. And I know, and have you watched, I think it's a documentary on the Biltmores and how the Biltmore became what it was and the whole railroad industry that kind of led things to, I believe, if I have my facts right, led it all to the building of the Biltmore and stuff like that. So let's see. So Teresa says, I love going to the Biltmore. It's definitely worth it. You can't just see everything in one day, so you got to go multiple times. But isn't it like $80 or $90 to go? And that maybe not even with the audio, because I know you can do the audio things, whatnot. Good morning, Clifford from Morristown this morning. Good morning, Peggy's on here. We've got David on here as well. Hopefully you can hear me now, David, so I apologize for that. Scott says, is it really going to rain today? He's a mobile food vendor and trying to decide if we go out. Yes, we will have raindrops today, Scott. Where are you headed, if you don't mind? Where are you headed? Let's give a shout out. What food truck are you? Speaking of small businesses, food trucks, food vendors, if you want to go visit Scott and his food truck, Scott's going to let me know if he's still on here. But yes, we will see some light rain. Yes, it's going to be kind of an overcast afternoon and evening. But do we get a lot of rain? Is it going to keep people from going out and about? I don't think so. So, Scott, if you can hear me, if you're still on here, reply to me so we can try to give you your food truck a big shout out. Again, trying to help small businesses here around town. That's what makes our community amazing. We all help each other out, right? And so if I can help Scott and his crew out, I will definitely do so. If not, he'll post it in the chat and you can maybe go visit if you're looking for some lunch today. Not quite sure what kind of food Scott does, but let's see. Madisonville. Good morning, Madisonville. Hello, everybody. Sure glad you can join me this morning. Again, the 24-hour channel's right here. I've already dropped the daily forecast for the day. That's always a great tool. If you're catching us right now, just go check out the daily forecast by downloading the East TN Weather app, the East Tennessee Weather app, or you can always get that at easttnweather.com. It's just a quick shot for, hey, listen, if you just want to get the quick forecast for the day, That's all you need to know. You don't want to mess around. You don't have time to mess around. Or it's the middle of the afternoon and the skies are looking dark. Remember, from 6 noon and 6 p.m., I update that daily forecast. If inclement weather moves in, I'll update it more frequently. I would be live on this channel if we were looking at severe weather, and I'm live on all the streams, right? So YouTube. So if you haven't checked out the YouTube stream, I've got more stuff on there as well that will continue to build throughout the coming months, days, months, and years, of course. So make sure you check all that out. All right, so Betty worked yesterday. She loves the Biltmore. We lived in North Carolina. Must be, let's see. All right, so Betty, good morning. Her kids are coming to town. Kids are coming to town, and I'm friends with her kids. All right, so I cooked all day yesterday, Dina said. Made homemade clam chowder, ham and pea soup, then a big batch of apple crisp. I'll do the clam chowder and apple crisp. Split pea soup, not my style, or at least ham. I don't really do ham. I like peas, but split pea or ham pea soup, not really my style. Clam chowder is amazing. My mother-in-law made actually some white bean chicken chili. We went out and played some pickleball yesterday. And then we came home and had dinner and watched the football game and watched some of the games yesterday, the Alabama game, the Tennessee game. Nice that we could come out with a big win yesterday. Sad that the season's over, but here we are. 37 degrees right now in Dandridge, Ronnie says. And I guess I'm not going to get an answer from Scott here this morning. Well, Scott runs a food truck. So, Scott, if you're still on here, post that in the chat. Maybe people can join you. Listen, if you have a small business, if you have a food truck, if you do any sort of service work, just give me a shout. Holler out. I'll give you a shout out. Again, like I said, it's about small businesses in our community that make this community absolutely amazing. Robert, thanks. He says, glad you're back doing your own thing now. Yeah, I've been doing it since May. Well, really since October, but been building this since last year. And that's really going to be the thing. I've got more cameras. I actually have about 7 to 12 more cameras that I need to get installed with it being the holidays and stuff. It's been crazy, so I haven't had a chance to get out there and install them, but we've got some going in Loudoun County, Monroe County. I've got some one going in Cott County, I think in Greene County. We also have one in Campbell County getting ready to go. So that's the goal, right? To get cameras in all of our counties so we can visit them and check them out. Some golf courses. I know golf courses. If you know anybody at a golf course or if you run a golf course, let me know. My goal is to have a camera at every golf course and every marina here in East Tennessee. That is one of my biggest goals. We have a huge boating community, huge. Folks live here, travel here from Ohio and all over the country to come boating every year if they have houses here on the lakes. But we also have a ton of golf courses. And I know there are a ton of golfers out there. Buck, I know you're one of them. I'm a scratcher. I scratch golfer. I maybe golf maybe once a year, maybe. But I like the environment of golf. I just don't like spending the money on golf. Back in the day, I always used to spend my money on skiing. I used to save up all my money all summer long, buy my season pass, buy my new skis, jackets, gloves, hats, whatever I needed for the ski season because my parents couldn't afford that. Skiing's expensive. It's a very expensive sport. So that's what I spent my money on. All my friends golfed. I just never joined them too many times because I didn't want to spend my money. All right. Anyway, so I show you her. Sure hope you have a great day. We've got some beautiful views. Again, we do have the overcast gray skies hanging out with us here at this hour. I do anticipate a little bit of sunshine possibly for some before the day is over, and then the clouds will fill their way back into East Tennessee. East Tennessee weather. It's weather when you want it, my friends. We sure hope you have a great day. Happy Sunday. Be safe. Be kind to each other. Pack your patience. It is the holiday season, and I'll see you back here early tomorrow morning. Make sure you check out the afternoon updates and, of course, the radar on the East Tennessee weather app. Remember, the radar goes back 2 hours and gives you a forecast for 2 hours. So if you're out and about, check out the radar. If you're getting sprinkled on, it'll give you a good idea of how that rain is progressing over time. I'm going to send you back to the 24-hour weather channel. This is East Tennessee weather, my friends. Weather when you want it. See you soon.
watching East Tennessee weather, powered by Rusty Wallace Automotive Group.
Grab the sunglasses and maybe a rain jacket. We're not talking about a lot of rain. Probably don't even need the rain gear, to be honest with you. But this cold front's going to draw in some colder air as we get into our Monday, Tuesday. And then through the week, we'll be talking about a chance for some more rain showers, possibly Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But let's highlight today here for just a moment. We start off with temps in the 30s. We'll climb to near 50 degrees by noon today. The first part of our day is dry. We'll start off with some sunshine, increasing clouds early to late morning hours. And then after the lunch hour, basically some scattered light rain showers that are just going to filter their way on through. It's nothing to write home about. Obviously, no drought-busting rain, but it will put a little bit of a damp afternoon to your day anyways, if you're going to be out and about. Again, rainfall amounts are just not going to add up to a whole lot throughout the day today, but temperatures will be trending a little bit cooler than what we were yesterday. We'll be a little bit below average in the 50s. A nice cool evening ahead of us. We'll be in the 50s, dropping down into the upper 40s between 5 and 9 o'clock tonight. So the cold front comes through overnight tonight. That draws in the colder air by tomorrow, maybe even some light mountain snow showers for anybody traveling from out of town. I'll highlight all that with your 3-day forecast. That's coming up in 5.5 minutes. So we talked about today and your Sunday. Now let's talk about our Monday. Remember, cold front comes through, bringing us some light rain showers today. It's going to be a chilly start to our Monday morning with some lows in the 20s across the Cumberland Plateau, 30s for everyone else. But we'll start off with some cloudier skies. However, the clouds won't stick with us all day. Cold front swings through, northwesterly flow takes shape, and that's going to clear the skies. But that also draws in that colder air, and so the temperatures on Monday will be much, much chillier. 3-day forecast. We'll see those temperatures Monday at 45, staying in the mid-40s again on into our Tuesday. Wednesday, we're back into the low 50s. a nice little gradual warming trend with sunshine, quiet, and dry weather for most of the week. However, do have a chance of rain returning Friday, Saturday, and maybe on Sunday. We'll be tracking that in the coming days. In the meantime, have a great day. Got the big picture weather pattern. If anybody's traveling around the region, that's coming up in just a few minutes. go and recap those weather headlines. Sure, we're talking about some light rain showers to settle on in. Not everybody's going to get the rain. It will be cloudy and mild temperature-wise. But it is going to be much colder Monday, Tuesday. Maybe some rain showers by next Friday, Saturday timeframe. You can see that percentages. But hey, don't be caught off. Just remember that percentages on the forecast don't tell you the whole story. It doesn't tell you intensity, duration, timing, how much rain we'll actually see. So you need to find out the rest of the story when you see something like that or something like this. Anytime you see percentages, you need to find out the rest of the story. It does not tell the whole story. If everybody got a sliver of rain that lasted for 5 minutes, that is technically 100% chance for rain. So here's the story. Anybody traveling around the region, snow showers across the Great Lakes with some heavier rain across Indiana, Ohio. Light rain for us here locally. Cold front comes through overnight tonight and for the first part of our Monday. It is going to draw in the colder air as we get that funnel effect to take shape with low pressure to our north, high pressure to our west. That funnels in that colder, drier air mass coming from Canada. And so that's why temperatures will fall. So Monday, we start off in the 20s and 30s. We'll climb in only into the 40s Monday afternoon. We'll see the rain showers again throughout the day today and on Friday. But look at the warming trend. After Monday and Tuesday, temperatures will climb back into the 60s. So a nice little weather pattern is on the way. I'll be right back. I'd like to talk about the high temperatures from yesterday so we know where we're going today and or tomorrow. Hi again, everyone. Sure hope you're having a great Sunday so far. So Saturday, we made it to 59. We saw a nice, solid average day. It turned out to be a gorgeous one, 62 in Chattanooga after a morning low of 40. So low temperatures were up a little bit in the Tri-Cities. High temperatures just a little bit warmer than average. After lows in the 30s, we warmed to 59. And Crossville even made it to 56 degrees on Saturday afternoon. Today, we'll shave off a few degrees. Cold front, more clouds, a chance for some scattered light rain showers throughout the day today. You can see our futurecast picking up on the clouds this morning. Clouds will continue to increase, so it's going to be an overcast gray day. Some light showers, a few sprinkles here or there, but we're talking less than 1/10 of an inch of rain for most of us. And then the colder air comes rushing on in back behind the cold front. And that's what's going to drop our temperatures for our Monday and Tuesday. Not a huge threat for a lot of rain today. Remember, percentages don't tell you the entire story, but heavier rain looks possible Friday, Saturday, and maybe into Sunday. As I mentioned, just less than 1/10 of an inch of rain for most locations, so not a ton of rainfall expected with this system. Saw some beautiful sunrises and sunsets around East Tennessee. Thanks to all of you who've been sharing photos through the Witcher's Pictures link, and you can do so as well by downloading the East Tennessee Weather app. Hey, listen, this is weather when you want it, my friends, not when I want to give it to you. I'll be right back.
Thanks, kid.
Grab the sunglasses and
You're watching East Tennessee weather. Weather when you want it.
grab the sunglasses and maybe a rain jacket. We're not talking about a lot of rain. Probably don't even need the rain gear, to be honest with you. But this cold front's going to draw in some colder air as we get into our Monday, Tuesday. And then through the week, we'll be talking about a chance for some more rain showers, possibly Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But let's highlight today here for just a moment. We start off with temps in the 30s. We'll climb to near 50 degrees by noon today. The first part of our day is dry. We'll start off with some sunshine, increasing clouds early to late morning hours. And then after the lunch hour, basically some scattered light rain showers that are just going to filter their way on through. It's nothing to write home about. Obviously, no drought-busting rain, but it will put a little bit of a damp afternoon to your day anyways, if you're going to be out and about. Again, rainfall amounts are just not going to add up to a whole lot throughout the day today, but temperatures will be trending a little bit cooler than what we were yesterday. We'll be a little bit below average in the 50s. A nice cool evening ahead of us. We'll be in the 50s, dropping down into the upper 40s between 5 and 9 o'clock tonight. So the cold front comes through overnight tonight. That draws in the colder air by tomorrow, maybe even some light mountain snow showers for anybody traveling from out of town. I'll highlight all that with your 3-day forecast. That's coming up in 5.5